Okay, so let's try to work together. Будемо працювати разом, да? Намагатися працювати разом. So our class is a great team. Наш клас – це така класна, чудова команда. Ми працюємо, ми допомагаємо один одному, тому якщо тобі потрібна буде якась допомога, якщо щось не зрозуміло, то ти обов'язково про це кажи. У нас є таке правило, що ми обов'язково, якщо щось не зрозуміло, про це кажемо одразу. Домовились? Окей. If you have any question, якщо є якісь запитання, у нас тут запитання не всі полюбляють ставити, але якщо є запитання якісь, то можеш мені писати, можеш телефонувати, можна запитувати протягом уроку. Тобто будемо знайомитися поступово, будемо працювати активно, тож включайся в роботу. And my dear students, we are going to start our lesson. We lose 4 minutes and we are going to work hard today. First of all, as usual, we'll complete ice-breaking task. Okay, so look at the screen. And our first task, we need to find out the answer for these questions. Be attentive. The first question is for Sophia. Who do you usually call?
Кто мне чаще всего
Who
звонит?
do you usually call? You call to somebody. Who do you usually call?
I usually call my mom and my grandmother.
Okay, thank you for your answer. The next question is for my friend Renat. Renat, you please. Where did you go yesterday? Where did you go yesterday? How can we say нікуди in English? Вчора ми це слово. Nowhere. I go nowhere yesterday. Тільки I go or I went?
I went nowhere yesterday.
I went nowhere yesterday. Excellent. Thank you, my dear. And the next question. Be attentive. Look here. Ksunya, what don't you like doing? What don't you like doing?
I don't like do nothing.
I don't like to do nothing, or I don't like doing nothing. It's more natural to answer. I don't like doing nothing. Okay, thank you, my dear. And the next question, it will be interesting question. An interesting question for Artemchik. Where don't you like to go? Where don't you like to go?
I don't like to go is school.
To school. I don't like to go to school. Are you sure? I think you like going to school, yeah? It's very interesting to go to school. Am I right? No. I hope your opinion will change after our lesson. And the next question is for Karisha. Karish, you please. Would you like to go camping?
I don't know.
Would you like? Yes, I would, or no, I wouldn't. Think about it. Would you like to go camping?
Yes.
Yes, I would. Yeah, okay. So you would like to spend time outdoors, yeah, with your friends, maybe in the forest, maybe in the mountains. You told me about it last lesson. So, okay, you would like to do it. And the next question, be attentive. Max, the next question will be for you. What do you prefer, beach holiday or city holiday? What do you prefer?
City holiday.
I prefer city holiday. Don't forget to give me the full answer, okay? Don't forget to give me the full answer. And the next question. Renat, what do you need to go camping?
To go camping, I need a backpack, a tent.
What about water, food?
No,
some provision, yeah? And what else? Do you need warm clothes?
Maybe yes.
It depends on the season, yeah? It depends on the season. So if you go camping in summer, you don't need warm clothes, I think. But if you go camping in autumn, you need warm clothes, yeah, because weather can be changed. Okay, thank you for your answer. And the next question is for Maya. Maya, are you afraid of any animals? Are you afraid of any animals?
Yes.
Yes. Which one? Are you afraid of tigers, maybe bears, maybe wolves, maybe spiders, maybe snakes?
Cats.
I'm afraid of. Я боюся. Яких тварин? I'm afraid of. And name two animals, for example.
Я никаких животных не боюсь.
Тоді у тебе було запитання таке: Are you afraid of any animals? Чи боїшся ти якихось тварин? Треба було відповісти: No, I'm not. Окей? No, I'm not. Ні, я не боюся. I'm not afraid of any animals. Я не боюся ніяких тварин. Okay, and we almost finish. The next question is for Sophia. Do you like to write messages?
Yes, so much.
Yes, okay. And the last question is for Ksunya. Ksunya, who called you yesterday? Who called you yesterday?
Я не зрозуміла питання.
Who called you? Хто телефонував тобі вчора? Who called you yesterday?
Maybe Karina and my mother.
Karina and your mother called you yesterday. Yeah. Thank you, my dear. And we are going to back to our presentation. Last lesson, yesterday, we spoke about some grammar rules. How can we use adverbs and indefinite pronouns? So don't forget, when we speak about people, we can use such verbs like somebody, nobody, everybody, and anybody. When we speak about things, we use something, nothing, everything, anything. When we speak about places, we use somewhere, nowhere, everywhere, anywhere, or any place. Don't forget that in affirmative sentences, or maybe when we can find out positive statements, we use somebody for people, something for things, and somewhere for places. When we speak, when we have questions and negative sentences, we use anybody for people, anything for things, anywhere, any place for places. We also can use adverbs and indefinite pronouns with no. Yeah, look here. With no. Adverbs and indefinite pronouns with no. Nobody for people, nothing for thing, and nowhere for place. We can use them in positive statements, but with negative meaning. Yeah. And the last one, we can also use pronouns with every in positive and negative sentences. And in question, we also can use this when we mean so all of people do something. Or all of thing, we can use all of thing, or maybe we can visit all of places. So every, it means кожен, yeah? Everybody, кожен, everything, все and everywhere, всюди. Okay. So we are going to complete this task, but first we will check your home task. Open your home task, please. We are going to complete exercise 2. Be attentive and work with me. So let's start. Artemchik, your answers. Read the full sentences.
He wants to invite everybody to his party.
Excellent. The next one.
Is something to eat.
Something to eat. Okay. So, Karisha, what is your answer for this sentence? Is there something or anything to eat? Karish. The third sentence. Is there something? Anything. Why anything? Because it's
Ну, тому що я не знаю, як об'яснити.
okay. Who can help me? Renata, I see your hand.
Anything, тому що any – це питальник та заперечник, а сам це стверджувальник.
Okay, thank you, my dear. So we have, you have to try to speak English, okay? So try to speak English, my dear. So we have a question. Yeah, we have a question. So we can't use something. We use something in positive statements. We can use something in affirmative sentences, in positive sentences, in negative sentences, and in questions we need to use anything. Okay, thank you for your answer. And Artemchik, let's continue. The streets were really busy.
The streets were really busy. There were
Busy.
people,
People.
anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay. Safika, your answer.
The streets were really busy. There were people anywhere.
Anywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Yes, тому
Why?
що really busy. Тому
Yes.
що streets дуже busy, дуже заповнені.
Yeah,
Тут
so the streets are
везде
full,
люди.
yeah? The streets are
Yes.
full and there are a lot of people. So we can say that there were people everywhere. So there were no any places to stand in the street. Yeah, so they were full, the streets were full, and we can say that there were people everywhere. Don't forget that we use anywhere in negative sentences and in questions. Okay, the next one, Artemchik, let's check. Let's continue. It's okay. Our mistakes help us to understand material. It's okay. It's normal. It's just our learning steps, nothing more.
It's boring here. There is nothing to do.
Nothing to do. Yeah, there isn't anything to do. If we have such expression, there isn't, so you use anything. Yeah, but in this positive sentence, we use nothing with negative meaning, and we understand that there is really nothing to do. It's boring here. Okay, and the next one. Artem.
Kara doesn't have nobody to talk to.
Look, doesn't have, it's negative sentences. So what should we use here?
Anybody.
Anybody. Yeah, why anybody? We can't use two negative meaning in one sentence. So we need to use Kara have, we can say have. Kara has nobody to talk to. Kara has nobody. It will be negative meaning, yeah? And we also can use Kara doesn't have anybody. Okay, and the next one.
Everybody likes chips.
Everybody likes chips, of course. Don't forget that when we use everybody, everything, the verb will be in third person singular. Don't forget about it. And
there is nothing in the box.
There is nothing. Yeah, so we can't use two negative meaning in one sentence. Yeah, two negative expressions in one sentence. So we can't use there isn't nothing. We can say there is nothing in the box. Okay, thank you, my dear. And the next, Max, help me to complete the second task.
Okay. Don't tell.
Don't tell. We have negative meaning, so don't tell.
I don't
Max.
know.
What did you write? Що написав? Did you finish your home task? Виконав домашнє.
Я ще не робив.
Why? We have an English lesson today, so you have to complete your home task in time. Max, be attentive. Who wants? Renat? Renat, okay. So you can tell us, yeah.
Don't tell anything about this. It's a secret. Secret.
Don't tell anybody about this. It's a secret. You can нікому не кажи. Yeah? It's a secret. Don't tell anything about it. Нічого не кажи про це. Це секрет. You can use anything, but it won't be such natural. So don't tell anybody. It's not a really horrible mistake, but it will be a bit useful to use anybody here, okay? Нікому не кажи про це, бо це секрет. Бо дивись, у нас яка тавтологія. Нікому це не кажи, да? Нікому нічого не кажи, нікому не кажи. І ось дивись, Рінат, могли ми ось тут використати nobody? Could we use nobody here?
Ні.
No, because we have negative meaning, yeah? Okay, so my dear, the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I looked everywhere for my phone, but I didn't find it.
I looked everywhere, but I didn't find it. Excellent. Thank you, my dear, for your answers. Ксюня, continue.
Я не зробила.
Why?
Ну, тому що срок сьогодні. А я завжди роблю, у день срока.
Давайте домовимося так. Всі домашні завдання ось є у вас, я вам буду, значить, ставити сьогодні срок, до сьогодні до вечора. Ми ж домовлялися ще на початку нашої роботи. У нас сьогодні урок. Ви до уроку маєте виконати домашнє завдання. Значить, я не обмежую срок ось так, тому що дехто з вас може пропустити урок, дехто з вас не був на уроці. І тому срок, прямо сьогодні до 12 я вам не ставлю. Тоді я буду робити це, як роблять інші вчителі, ставити там до 6, до 8, так вам буде зручніше, щоб ви бачили, що у вас є срок до 8 вечора виконати домашнє завдання. Я правильно розумію?
Не треба.
Не треба, будь ласка. Нам і так вистачає того, що от вчора була зарубіжна література, от крайній срок на останньому уроці.
Чи фізика до 5 вечора? Зовсім не встигаєш.
І, ми і так не можемо це нормально робити.
Їх задають на 2-3 дні. Просто робіть не в перший день, а не коли закінчиться.
Так і на цей день задано.
І не в
коли задають.
15:53, а у перший день. І не пишіть потім в Viber-групи.
Понятно. Так, давайте, обговорення, що всі висловили свою думку. Краще було, якщо б ви це зробили англійською, да? Ну, нехай. Дивіться, діти, Ірина Юріївна страшна жінка, ви ж про це дуже добре знаєте. То я вам завжди даю срок. І це стосується і тестів. Якщо є сьогодні домашнє завдання, його треба... But we can't use while before past simple. Yeah? So before past continuous we use while and when, but before past simple we use only when. So I was waiting for a bus. I was waiting for the bus. It was long action. I was standing on the bus stop and waiting for a bus, and maybe I was checking my messages, and at this time somebody stole my purse. It's the second form of irregular verb. So be attentive. Don't forget about it. And now we are going to complete this task. It's also from your workbook. If you have your workbook, yeah, printable paper, for example, yeah, you can use it. We are going to read the story. And we have some words to complete it. So we need to choose the correct one. We need to understand the context of these sentences and to choose the correct one. So let's try to do it together, yeah? And I ask Ksunya, start reading, please.
Last year, Tyler Jackson and his friends Liam were walking in the mountains in Canada.
In Canada,
In
I'm sorry.
Canada. It suddenly became very foggy, so they had to stop. Likely,
Likely.
they know
They
um,
knew something
something about
surviving.
survival. First, they had to find water. You can survive for
Survive.
survive for long if you don't have anything to eat,
Anything to
anything
eat.
to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, they had food with them. If you have anything to eat,
If you
you
have, 1 second.
nothing to eat,
If you have
you
nothing to eat,
you will soon get very cold up in the mountains.
okay, thank you.
Then
Stop. Thank you. Stop. Let's continue, Max. Then, Max, continue reading.
Yes.
They then looked around for.
They then look around for
We have 4 alternatives. Somewhere, something, anywhere, anything. Safe to sleep. So,
anything.
anything we use якусь річ, we use in negative and questions.
Something.
Somewhere. Safe to sleep. Десь безпечне місце.
And found a small cave. All the friends and family know the were in the were in the mountain, so they knew.
Max, stop please. Max, stop please. When we have the combination of letters K and N, so you have to know that K is silent. So we don't pronounce sound K. Knew. K, N, give us sound N. Knew.
Knew that somebody would call the mountain
Rescue service.
rescue service. 2 days later, the
Rescuers
found them and something,
everything
everything
ended well.
ended well.
Okay, so let's read this text from the beginning. We have the correct alternatives, yeah, and you can use these alternatives to complete these sentences. It will be easier for you to read. Just let's read and understand the meaning of these statements. Okay, Karisa, let's do it.
Почати спочатку читати?
Yeah.
Last year, Tyler Jackson and his friend Liam were walking in the mountains in Canada. It suddenly became very foggy. Became very foggy, so they had to stop. Luckily, they knew something about
Surviving.
survival. First, they had to wait. You can't survive for long if you don't have anything to drink. Um, likely, they
Likely.
had food with them. If you have nothing to eat, you will soon get very cold up in the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
They then looked around for somewhere safe to sleep and found a small cave. All their friends and family knew they were in the mountains, so they knew that somebody would call the mountain rescue
Rescue.
rescue service. 2 days
Rescue
later,
service. Rescue service, Karish.
rescue service
Rescue
rescue.
service.
2 days later, the rescuers found them and everything ended well.
Ended well. Okay, Safika, let's read this text one more time.
Last year, Taylor Jackson and his friend Liam were walking in the mountains in Canada. It uh, became
Suddenly,
became very foggy, so they had to stop. Luckily, they
they
knew
knew
knew something about survival. First, they had to find water. You can't survive for long if you don't have nothing, uh,
anything.
anything to drink.
Okay,
Luckily,
Safika, let's start. Luckily, excellent. Look at this. Survival.
survival,
Survival.
survival.
Okay, and survive. What does it mean, survive? Вижити. About survival, про виживання. Yeah? So they knew something. Вони знали щось about survival, про виживання. Yeah? You can't survive for long. Ви не вижите, ви не проживете довго if you don't have nothing to drink. So let's repeat the pronunciation. Everybody, I ask you, repeat the pronunciation. Survive.
Survive.
And survival. Don't forget about it. Okay, continue, please.
First, да?
Yeah, continue.
First, they had to find water. You can't survive for long if you don't have uh, nothing to drink,
Anything?
anything to drink. Luckily, they had food with them. If you have uh, anything to eat,
If you have, look, you can find out the correct answer. If you have nothing,
nothing to eat, you will soon get very cold up in the mountains. They then looked around for somewhere safe to sleep and found a small cave. As their friends and family knew
you.
knew they were in the mountains, so they knew that somebody would call the mountains rescue service. 2 days later, the rescuers found them and everything ended well.
Okay, and everything ended well. Excellent, thank you. And Maya, would you like to read it, please?
Last year, Tyler Jackson and his friends Liam were walking in the mountains in Canada. It suddenly because very foggy, so they had to stop. Luckily, they knew something about
survival,
survival. Fish they hand to wind water. You can't
survival,
survive for long if you don't have anything to drink. Luckily, they had food with them. If you have nothing
nothing.
to eat, you will soon get very cold up in the mountains. They went looked around for somewhere somewhere safe to sleep and for a small cave. All their friends and family them knew they were in the mountains, so they knew what somebody walking in the mountains
Rescue
rescue
service.
service. 2 days later, the rescuers
Rescues.
found them and everything ended well.
Everything ended well. Excellent. And now I ask you, be attentive. Yeah, we are going to be attentive with pronunciation of these words. Thank you, my dear. And look here, everybody, look at this word, new. Read it after me. New. What does it mean? Lively, they knew. Don't pronounce K here, okay? New, знали. Became. Look at this word. Become, became. So we speak about past event, a survival story, історія виживання. Yeah? Last year. So we speak about past events. So don't forget that we can find out a lot of words in verbs in the past simple. Yeah? So look here. Last year, Taylor Jackson and his friend Liam were walking, past continuous, in the mountains in Canada. It suddenly became very foggy. Became the second form of our regular verb become. So they had to stop. Luckily, they knew. Find out the correct answer, something about survival. First, they had to find water. You can't survive for long if you don't have anything to drink. Likely they had food with them. If you had nothing to eat, you will soon get very cold up in the mountains. Then they looked around for somewhere safe to sleep and found a small cave. Do you know what does it mean, cave? Here is it a cave, yeah? This is a cave. Okay, all their friends and families knew they were in the mountains, so they knew that somebody would call the mountain rescue service. What does it mean, rescue service? Mountain rescue service. Imagine.
Может, спасательная группа какая-то?
Yeah, of course, mountain rescue service. 2 days later, the rescuers, рятівники, found them and everything ended well. So this story that you need to retell. What does it mean, retell? Retell, it means that you don't have to learn these sentences, don't have to learn this text. You need to retell it. You need to read it 2 or 3 times and just give the short description of the situation. What does it mean? Do you understand the task? Це текст на переказ. Переказ ми з вами починаємо. Я вам казала, що першу чверть даю на перепочинок, і починаючи з цієї чверті, у нас буде дуже-дуже багато переказів. Почнемо з того, що перші перекази, можливо, будуть невдалі, можливо, будуть заважкі, але ми будемо з вами поступово розбиратися. І так, швиденько, Ріна, допоможи мені 1 секундочку, скажи, чи є якісь слова чи вирази, які не знайомі тобі?
Ну, было rescue service, но я уже понял.
Rescue service, так. Багато слів, які вам не зрозумілі, ми можемо з вами здогадатися в контексті. У вас є помічник я, яка може вам допомогти. Якщо потрібно комусь, якщо хтось з вас не розуміє значення якихось слів чи виразів, скажіть мені зараз про це.
Треба
Survive.
десь буде переказувати.
Так, звичайно. Що таке переказ?
До якого числа?
До четверга.
До четверга?
Да. Чому ні? Ви ж робите це з інших предметів. Ми вивчаємо
як?
англійську.
Як приводиться слово likely?
Likely. На щастя.
Likely. Дякую.
Luckily. Yeah, luckily. Luckily. Дивіться, luck – це вдача. На вдачу, на щастя можна перекласти це слово luckily. Окей, і так подивіться на мене. Не хвилюємося, не втрачаємо сумління. 1 хвилину я вас затримую і відпускаю. Що таке переказ? Ми вчимося переказувати. У вас слово переказ завжди викликає. Майя, ви переказували тексти в тій школі, де ти навчалася?
Да, много раз.
Багато. Ви ж бачите? У Майї було класне тренування, то вона знає. Маєчка, чи треба тобі щось перекласти з цього, Майя? Чи все зрозуміло?
Да.
Да, все зрозуміло. Добре. І так, дивіться. Ми будемо постійно це робити до того часу, поки ви не будете виконувати це дуже просто. Що таке переказ тексту? Ми читаємо текст і намагаємося не завчити його, а переказати, можливо, щось своїми словами. Ви уявляєте собі цю історію, як Тейлор Джексон зі своїм другом Ліємом пішли на прогулянку в гори в Канаді. Погода була різко змінилася, да, і їм прийшлося зупинитися. На щастя, що вони знали щось, да, про виживання. І перше, що їм треба було знайти воду. Ви все це собі уявляєте і складаєте речення англійською мовою. Немає ніяких перешкод для вас в цьому, я впевнена. Що треба зробити для початку? Для початку кожен для себе обирає якісь важкі слова і звертає на них увагу. Тобто на ці слова треба зробити акцент. Наприклад, about survival. Ми беремо цей текст, ми не хвилюємося. Май, я бачу твою руку, кажи.
Я хочу спросить, нам надо будет пересказывать на камеру или надо будет просто написать это в тетрадке и отправить фото?
На камеру. На камеру. Дивіться, завдання вам здається важким, ну, звичайно, срок буде до неділі, це завдання, але ви почнете готуватися сьогодні. Чому сказала до четверга, до наступного уроку? Поясню, тому що ви відкладете до кінця і сьогодні ви скажете домашнього завдання, крім цього немає ніякого. Сьогодні 3, 5, 8, 10 разів, скільки є можливість у вас вичитати текст. І зрозуміти, що тут немає нічого важкого. Ви кажете про те, що якщо перше, що треба зробити, знайти воду. Якщо у вас немає їжі, то ви швиденько замерзнете. Так? Вони подивилися навкруги і знайшли десь якесь безпечне місце. Це була печера. Я не прошу вас переказувати дослівно. Ось ми на цьому переказі, на цьому маленькому, ми сьогодні його прочитали з вами багато разів. На наступний урок, коли ми з вами зустрічаємося, ми його ще 2-3 рази прочитаємо. І до неділі, неділя буде крайній термін здачі переказу, вам треба буде підготуватися і спокійно скласти. Тут всього 10 речень. 10, ну, може там на одне більше, але не про те. Не обов'язково переказувати дослівно, але треба цьому вчитися. Чим більше ми будемо переказувати, тим легше нам буде висловлювати власні думки. Отже, завдання на сьогодні – вичитати текст, буде завдання написано «Переказ тексту». Я вам надам фотографію з оціми помітками, щоб ви вже не шукали відповіді, що треба підставити, щоб вам було легше. Гаразд, домовилися, або надрукую вам одразу сюди і сфотографую, щоб вам було легше виконати це завдання. Ксюня, ти собі в зошиті відмічала відповіді правильно?
Так.
Так. Отже, дивіться, ми його вичитуємо багато разів, розуміємо зміст. Насправді це Коротенька історія, тут загальні речення, немає ні фактів, ні дат, ні історичних подій, нічого. Загальна історія про те, що відбулося одного дня. Отже, вчимося переказувати. It will be your home task, retelling the text. Окей? Have you got any
Yeah.
questions? Чи є якісь запитання?
No.
Ні.
Still